My name is Bill Hunt. I am a woodcarver. More specifically, I take 100-year-old fence posts that I get out of the desert in Central Oregon, and I convert those to decoys, owls, that type of thing. Kind of an interesting story. How did I get involved in that? When I retired at age 70, my wife and I went to Alaska, and in Anchorage, I found what they called a fence post duck. I thought it was amazing, and it was also made out of a fence post, so I bought one for about $250, and I brought it back to my home in Eagle Crest here in Redmond, Oregon, and I thought, gee, I wonder if I could carve that. And in fact, I set up a little table in my garage, and I got my rasps and files and things, and I started carving it. And I found that I could do that. I had not carved at all before carving that first fence post duck. One duck led to another, to another, to another. And over the last now 6 years, I have evolved into other forms of wood carving. Well, I've always loved the outdoors. As a young man, I used to hunt and I used to fish. And so I like that aspect. I like wood. I like woodsy things, and that was kind of my inspiration. And so now when I'm out and I'm looking for different pieces of wood, I look for something that has some characters, some twists and turns. And I think maybe it was one of the old artists, one of the old sculptors said, you know, the piece of art was always in the wood or in the marble, and I just let it out. And I think really that's what I'm doing. For example, I had one piece of wood, and it was a snag of juniper, probably about 3-4 feet long, and it sat on my shop floor for almost 9 months. And one day I looked at it and I said, I see that is the tail of a big goose. I could see the wings and the movement of the grains of the wood, and I carved an enormous goose head on it. It became one of my very unique pieces. So I've done that several times. I did a snow goose for a client on a commission, and again, they had seen a previous piece that we want a snow goose. That's what we want. And so it took me about 5 months of walking through the woods around Central Oregon, and I found exactly a piece of gnarly juniper, had a great big piece that could become the breast, and I carved the head, and that neck and that head, they're as big as my calf, and it was a piece also about 35 inches long. So it turned out just beautiful.